Having lived there for several years, I can attest to the fact life and the people of Colorado are different from the rest of the nation. A fierce independent streak, a love of the mountains and the lifestyle they present, and still making daily news when it comes to cannabis. That and much more. Let's welcome back the fiercely independent lover of mountains and the Rockies lifestyle. See, it fits nicely together that way. Also morning host on 630 KHOW in Denver and across the Front Range, Mandy Connell joins us. How you doing, Mandy?
I am fantastic, Ed. I was waiting for you to say that I was a lover of marijuana, and I was going to have to just get righteously indignant with you.
No. Come now. I know your corporate ownership. I would not want to say anything of the sort. Not true. However, a Colorado lawmaker, Democrat from Longmont, Representative Jonathan Singer, says recently that we will see cannabis clubs similar to bars. Kind of makes sense, doesn't it? I mean, isn't Colorado heading that way?
Well, when people hear past Amendment 64, which was the constitutional amendment that allowed for the recreational sale of marijuana, they voted for marijuana to be regulated like alcohol. And we've seen anything but, really, when you get down to brass tacks. Now, I'm kind of okay with the way that regulation has unfolded here, because I think it was better to take a more cautious approach and then see what happened and deal with the issues as they have arisen. And we're still dealing with significant issues when it comes to banking and other federal issues that we're butting up against. But I do believe that I'll call it the mainstreaming of marijuana. I've had the privilege to talk to some people who are working in the industry right now to sort of take it from a bunch of stoners with grow houses into a tightly regulated, well-run business venture. And as you see more of that kind of corporate money and corporate mentality entering into this field, I think you're going to see a bigger push to make things like cannabis clubs, where you can go, pay a membership fee, get a card, and go in and sit around and smoke with your friends if that's what you want to do, if your basement isn't good enough.
Well, there goes those moments spent before a Rockies game right downtown in Lodo, boy.
Let me tell you something. You're walking down the street going to a Rockies game, people are imbibing already, okay? That's not going to change anything. They're not supposed to in public, but they do.
Yeah, I can see that. Just working down Lodo, I can see those streets working hard at this time just before a game. Welcome to Colorado. Welcome to Hillary Clinton, now officially a candidate for president of the United States. People making fun of her logo, people saying that her commercial basically told us nothing about her. And I'll tell you what, the GOP launched their attacks. They went right at her on Sunday. Are they maybe going a little bit too far, too fast?
Well, the thing is what a target-rich environment, Ed. There's so much stuff to attack Hillary Clinton on before you even get to her non-record. Why not go ahead and start it now, because she is the presumed nominee? I personally have to thank Hillary Clinton for allowing me the opportunity to discover what it's going to be like to be called a sexist, because I'm sure that's coming any minute now. So I can't wait to hear how I, a female with all those girly bits, are going to be called a sexist in the long run.
Well, but let's get to that, because I talked about that earlier in the show with a couple of folks in the arena, and I pointed out, and I think I'm correct in saying that the left will go after that. Sooner or later, somebody will say, you're calling her names, you're using names, you're saying things that don't indicate that she's actually a female. So how do you fight that then, knowing that the sexist charges are going to come out of the woodwork?
See, the funny thing is, Ed, I stopped caring about all those isms when I was called every ism in the book for opposing President Barack Obama. Not because of his ethnicity, but because of his policies, and I stand behind that. So throw it at me. I don't care. You know, we're getting it from both sides right now. We're being told we can't call her Hillary because that's sexist. But we're being told that she could be the first female president in the United States. You can't have it both ways. Either it's important that she's a woman or it's not. And if it's not important she's a woman, she's not a good candidate.
Well, the odd thing is her logo that she has out, that calls her Hillary, and we were told not to call her Hillary. Okay, I just wanted to make sure we're all on the same page there. We're pretty good there.
Yes, exactly.
20 seconds left. Marco Rubio is going to announce tonight. Any chance at all you think Marco actually becomes the Republican nominee?
I loved Marco Rubio when he ran for the Florida Senate, but I also watched him live in person say he would never embrace amnesty, and then I watched him with the Gang of Eight embrace amnesty. He's dead to me, Ed. He's dead to me. And I think that he will have a tough time in this field that's shaping up, cutting through everything and establishing himself as a candidate.
You're speaking the words like a lot of people have already. We'll wait and see tonight. Mandy Connell, 630 KHOW in the Morning Show. Always a pleasure. Good to hear from you again in Denver.
You too,
we'll talk to you again soon. Take care. All right, we're seeking some rational comments and cooler heads in the wake of several police shootings. And next, in telling it like it is, the best example of all of that has been brought to the fore. You must listen to this next on MidPoint.